Hey everyone, it's me George, back with a new video. Today I'm doing a hauls video. I picked up more stuff at Half Price Books. They had like really big sale. This particular Half Price Books, everything is half off, the cover price unless it's marked differently. And they put a lot of stuff in the bins that was very cheap, like we're talking 50 cents or cheaper. So we'll see a lot of interesting stuff from like 50 cents or less. But here's the stuff. So I think this is actually really the coolest thing that I got. I don't have this comic and I've always wanted this comic and I'm still trying to track this down. But I probably won't be able to purchase the original one at a reasonable price. So for me, this is kind of a really cool substitute that I'm very happy about. And it's Avengers Number 4. I actually tried looking up this book and I really didn't see too much on it. I saw stuff with like a gray border, but I didn't see anything with this black border, so I'm not sure if this is some other type of variant. But if you know what it is exactly, feel free to let me know. Another book that I got, Marvel Comics Presents number 5. This was $1.25, and I paid half cover price for that. But I didn't see that it's banged up down here. There's like a really bad, something happened to that book, and it got damaged. But other than that, the book's in really nice shape. Iron Man number 288. Really cool cover. As far as I know, nothing too special there. Web of Spider-Man Annual number 8. Another cool book. I think this one's significant for the little Venom story up there. This is a book that I know it's been cheap. I know tons of people probably have like tons of these things. Like I'm talking like long boxes full of this book. But I do think that this book's actually going to pick up some steam, especially once the X-Men debut in the MCU. And it's this X-Men number 1. It's just such a really cool cover. And this book is like a must-have for tons of X-Men fans. I know I have about 10 of these, but I still like to get them when I see them. And I got this for half cover price. This is another book that I think is really cool. It's from the classic 90s run of the X-Men. And it's X-Men number 25. And anyone who remembers the 90s books probably has a soft spot for these holograms right here. They're really cool, and I love them. I wish they kind of would have issued them off the book because I'd love to have this in like a trading card binder. But yeah, really cool. This book right here is one that I didn't have before, and I'm really excited to have it. Steve McNiven is one of my favorite artists, and I just think this is such a cool cover. But it's giant-size Wolverine Old Man Logan number 1. And you see, this is the conclusion to that story, and Wolverine faces off against Bruce Banner Hulk. Or this reality's version of him. He went insane and it's just really cool. This next book is from one of my favorite artists, Michael Turner. And I don't have this book before, but I'm glad I picked it up fairly cheap. It's Fallen Sun, The Death of Captain America, Wolverine. It's got a really cool Michael Turner cover of Cap and Wolverine. This next book I didn't know anything about, but I saw it and I know TMNT is huge for a lot of people. And I still love TMNT, so it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 119. Not sure if there's anything significant about that one, but I just grabbed it. This was one of those books that I was talking about that was really cheap, and this one was half cover price. And it's Marvel 2-in-1 number 34. This one's in very rough shape, but for half cover price, you know, it's kind of, I decided to just pick it up anyways. This next book is a really cool Daredevil book. It's a variant cover, and I just love the artwork on this variant. So it's Daredevil number 16 variant cover. This next book I was surprised to see in the bin without a sticker on it because they had a lot of these books that had like $2, $3, $4 stickers, $5, $10 stickers on them. But this book is actually a key issue, so I usually see those marked. But you'll see it's Avengers number 257. Of course, this is the first appearance of Nebula. Here's another book that I got for half cover price, so half of 75 cents is the Avengers number 272. And it's cool. Namer cover. Next book is Marvel Comics Presents Wolverine number 3. Very cool cover. The next book that I picked up is just a really funny cover. This is probably one of my favorite comedy covers, but it's the Mighty Thor number 356, and there's Hercules pushing Thor aside so he can talk to this lady on the cover. This next book I think is just significant because it's kind of like a controversial cover. But this is one of those Hitler covers, and it's Fantastic Four number 292. Got that for half cover price. The next one, Avengers West Coast number 23. This one I was really shocked to find. It's in rough shape, but still, when you see it, I'm pretty sure you would have probably decided to pick it up too. Star Wars number 3. This is, I think, the Whitman reprint or variant. Reprint variant, I think. The Whitman reprint variant. It's in rough shape, but it is Star Wars number 3. This next one, I was hoping that the previous issue would have been there. I didn't see it. Maybe somebody else got it before me. But this is the second, or I guess the third appearance of this character. It's Uncanny X-Men number 267. And if you're a Gambit fan, you probably, this is probably one that you want in your collection. This next one, I think they just threw in for free because it said free on the cover, but it's just a previews book. But I picked it up because it had previews of the Champions, and I keep hearing and seeing a lot of stuff on the Key Collector that the Champions books are kind of in demand. I was never really a fan of this version of the team. I never read any of their books, so I don't know. They might be good. But I picked this up kind of because I saw a lot of people discussing the Champions, this version of the Champions. So that's why I grabbed this one. The next book I picked up just looked really interesting. And I don't know anything about it. I know it's an early Image book, but it's Tooth and Claw. I assume this is the first issue, and it's another universe variant. I've never seen it before. The artwork looks cool. I thought it was Simon Beasley, and it might be, or it might be somebody else, but yeah, I just thought that was really cool. That's why I grabbed that one. The next one is X-Men number 272, another really cool Jim Lee cover. Uncanny X-Men number 262. This next one's another really cool, I guess it's a key issue. I always hear people talking about how much they love this cover, and it is pretty cool. It's a great Jim Lee cover. Uncanny X-Men number 268. And the next one I picked up, Uncanny X-Men number 269. Very cool Jim Lee cover. Uncanny X-Men number 279. Uncanny X-Men number 270. I love this cover. This is actually one of my favorite X-Men covers ever. And it's weird that it features Havoc, but it's such a cool cover. Next one, Marvel Age number 52. This was 50 cents, so of course 25 cents. But it's a really cool cover. I'm not sure who the illustrator is, but it's a nice Silver Surfer cover. Next up, Marvel Team Up and King Size Annual number 5. This next one had a really cool cover. Unfortunately, it didn't have a bag and board, but it's still in reasonable shape for not having a bag and board. But it's What If number 59, the second volume, I believe. Very cool Wolverine cover. Next one, Thor number 307. Thor number 308. And as you can see, these all need bags and boards really bad. Thor number 303. Star Wars number 54. Unfortunately, no bag and board on that one. Thor number 302. Thor number 301. X-Men number 1. I guess if you're not familiar with these comics, that X-Men number 1 that I showed with Wolverine, Cyclops, and Iceman on the cover, well, when you flip out the cover, each one of these images is part of that main cover, but they got their own individual cover. So this is the Magneto portion. This is the Storm, Beast. There's that one. And then there's this X-Men right here. I looked for the one with Wolverine, Cyclops, and Iceman, but they didn't have it. And so I just grabbed these. These next books are actually really interesting. I'm a huge Wizard fan. I loved them. I was thinking about doing a segment. That's why I'm actually picking these up again. I used to have a big collection of them, but I ended up letting those go a long time ago. But I really love Wizard, and I always think about, like, when is the next Wizard coming out? Maybe never, just because everything's kind of gone to digital. I remember waiting for these things to come in the mail every month because my mom got me a subscription, and I was just so happy. These things gave me such a love for the industry and behind-the-scenes stuff that goes on with comics. They were so funny. I just think they're so cool. So whenever I see them, I try and pick them up. And I'm thinking about doing a segment, so you can let me know if you'll be interested in seeing, kind of like just flipping through them and talking about them. I don't know if that sounds interesting to y'all, but it was something I was thinking about doing. But this is Wizard number 25. Still in, I guess, the mailer. And then Wizard number 22. Very cool Deadpool and Sabretooth cover. Also still in the mailer. And the next book, so far there's been a lot of Thor stuff. We'll get ready for some more Thor stuff. So it's Mighty Thor 373. Mighty Thor 388. Mighty Thor 365. Mighty Thor 379. Mighty Thor 377. Mighty Thor 368. Mighty Thor 376. Deadpool number 3. I believe this is the first miniseries he ever had. I'm not sure if the Circle Chase, maybe? Deadpool number 4. Of the same miniseries. This is Peter Parker Spider-Man number 76, and this one also had a bonus book on the back. Spider-Girl number 39. And then the other book that there was a lot of books were the X-Men and then also these Swamp Thing books. So Swamp Thing Annual number 2. I think this is the first appearance of Justice League Dark. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Thor number 367. Thor number 369. Thor number 391. Thor number 392. And they did have the one with the first appearance of the New Warriors, but it was, I think, like 12 or 20 bucks, and I didn't want to pay that, so I just left it there. But I did grab a bunch of these. Thor number 389. Thor number 372. Thor number 390. Thor number 371. This next one's actually really cool. I've never had this one before, but I'm a huge fan of this single issue. And when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's Thor number 362. And it is the Executioner's Last Stand. The famous song, He Stood Alone at Jalabru. Yeah, this book is really cool. And if you haven't read it, you should definitely read it. Captain America number 356. This next one's really weird. It's Robotics number 1. I saw it there. I don't know anything about it. It's kind of a cool cover, but it's also one of those books that I'm not really sure about, but I think like 80s properties like Mask and stuff are kind of coming back into fashion, so maybe that book has, some interest in it. I just picked it up because it was half cover price. Next up, Swamp Thing number 36. Unfortunately, these didn't have bags and boards, but they're still in very nice shape, so I grabbed them. Swamp Thing number 58. Swamp Thing number 46. This one also might be another Justice League Dark early appearance, team appearance. Swamp Thing number 38. Swamp Thing number 34. Swamp Thing number 32. Swamp Thing number 31. Mighty Thor number 361. Mighty Thor number 354. Mighty Thor number 359. Mighty Thor number 363. Mighty Thor number 357. Mighty Thor number 353. Mighty Thor number 351. Mighty Thor number 325. The Avengers number 224. Unfortunately, no bag and board. The Avengers number 222. The Avengers number 226. Kazar number 17. Or I think Astonishing Tales. Astonishing Tales featuring Kazar number 17. Astonishing Tales featuring Kazar number 19. These ones are really weird. I don't know very much about these at all, but they are classic books with Disney characters, so I went ahead and grabbed it. These are Whitman, Walt Disney Super Goof. I'm not even sure what number this is, but there's that one. And then there's Woodsy Owl. I'm not sure about this one either, but retro book. DC Comics Presents number 23, Superman and Dr. Fate cover. This next one's also one of my favorite Star-Lord covers. It's a really cool cover, but it's Annihilation Conquest Star-Lord number 404. This next one I've never actually seen in any comic book bins before. And I saw it, and this one had the sticker. It was $4, so I went ahead and paid $4 for it. But I've never seen this one before, but what really sold me on this book is the Alex Ross hologram. And you'll see in a moment. But it's Batman No Man's Land number 1. I don't know if this is like a special or what, but I can't really see because the camera's far away, so I don't know if you're actually seeing the holographic image just change. But yeah, it just looked really cool, and that's why I grabbed this one. This next one was also half cover price, and so it's Secrets of Sinister House number 7. This next one was really interesting. I saw this there. There weren't any other Shazam books there, but there was this one. It's in very rough shape, but it's an older book. So I went ahead and just picked it up, and I paid half cover price for this one. But unfortunately, the book is in really rough shape. So it's definitely a low-grade book. Next one is Moon Knight. With all the Moon Knight craze, when I see Moon Knight, I'm going to probably pick them up. But this one's a really cool book. It's Vengeance of Moon Knight number 10. Very cool artwork. I'm not sure if that's Clayton Crane artwork, but I like the artwork a lot on that one. Captain America number 386. Hulk number 8. And it's very cool. Hulk versus Sentry. I believe that's an Arthur Adams cover. This one I just thought was pretty cool. It's Superman #1. I think it's a variant cover, but I'm not really sure. This next one I've never actually seen before in the wild. I've only seen it on like collector books, but it is Uncanny X-Men #221, the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. But this is actually the So Much Fun reprint, so it doesn't have as much value as the original one. But it is the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. It's actually in very rough shape. There's a lot of like problems with the book, but you know, seeing as how it's half $1.25, and it is a key appearance, I went ahead and grabbed it. The next one, I just really love this cover art. I believe it's Clayton Crane. Yeah, it's Clayton Crane, and it is Prelude. It's X-Force #12, and it's just awesome cover art. Next one, Mighty Thor #382, Mighty Thor #461. Uncanny X-Men #271. Very cool Jim Lee artwork. X-Men #6. More cool Jim Lee artwork. Mighty Thor #429. Very cool Thor versus Juggernaut cover. X-Men #2. Avengers #293. Thor God of Thunder #1. This is the Jason Aaron run, I believe. Moon Knight #6. Avengers X Sanction #1. This is the second printing variant. This one is monstrous. I'm not sure. It's a variant cover, but it doesn't have like any of the trade dress on there. So I'm not sure which one it is. It's just a cool variant. Ultimate Fallout #1. Marvel Knights Spider-Man #205. And then this one had a bonus on the back. Injustice Gods Among Us #1. Very cool cover artwork. Avengers The Children's Crusade second printing variant. I believe that's Jim Chung artwork. Very nice. Avengers versus X-Men #1. This is the variant blank cover. I'd love to get a really cool artist to do some artwork on there. Avengers X Sanction #1 second printing variant. Or is it? Yeah, second printing variant. And we're down to the last books. Infinity Countdown Champions #2. Very cool Thanos cover. The Punisher #220. Very cool Clayton Crane cover. Marvel Knights Spider-Man #4 of 5. And then this one also has one on the back. Ultimate Spider-Man #133. This one, I just love the cover. Amazing Spider-Man #18.1. Superman Unchained #2. And then this one actually had Superman Unchained #1 also. X-Force #4. This is just a really cool cover. Ultimate Comics, The Ultimates #5. I think this is the first appearance of a Spider-Woman clone or something like that. Ultimatum #1. This is just a really cool David Finch cover. And the last one is Amazing Spider-Man #16.1. Okay, so these last items I actually picked up. I saw them at Walmart and I thought they were really cool. And then when I checked the price on them, I'm guessing they're putting their Marvel Legends on clearance and they were all $5 a piece. There was a ton of stuff. There was a lot of Eternals, What If, and then of course these Age of Apocalypse. But I grabbed these. This is actually the one I really wanted. Age of Apocalypse Rogue is my favorite Age of Apocalypse character. I thought she was so cool in that series. I loved her costume. Love the artwork. She's just really cool. And so this is probably my favorite of those figures. Iceman. There's Legion and Shadowcat. I just need the Cyclops figure so I can complete the Colossus Build-A-Figure. But yeah, I love the Age of Apocalypse. I think these are so cool, so I'm going to try and find a way to kind of display them in a way. And I know I've opened a can of worms because there was an Age of Apocalypse wave prior to this one, so I need to go back and get like Blink and I think Jean and I guess for the Sugar Man wave. But these were so cool, and $5 I think is a really good price for these, so I ended up grabbing them. But that's it for this video, and I do have more stuff to show. It's kind of like I buy this stuff over time, but I don't film it right away. So I'm just kind of waiting, and I'll have another video up soon. But if you have haul videos and you want to share them, feel free to post the link in my comments. I like watching those videos, and I'd be happy to check them out too. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.